even if you get called, you have a decent chance of, you know, having him dominated or having 2 live higher cards than them. Jack 3, obviously terrible. King 3 offsuit, still obviously terrible. Notice the blinds have went up to 100, 200. These guys are basically flipping coins. I mean, these guys need to get lucky, and then get lucky again, and then get lucky again. When you're playing a one-table sit-and-go, if you can do anything about it, you do not ever want to let your chip stack get to 600. Ever. You know, I understand sometimes you lose big pots where a guy just doesn't have you covered and you get left with like 600, but I mean, even a situation like this where this guy's just, you know, he's a pretty decent sized favorite, even if he wins this hand and it looks like he's going to, and he does, he doubles up, but he's still only got 1100. He's still got less than 10, he's still got, 5 big blinds. He's got nothing still, I mean, his M is like 2.5 at that point, even after he doubles up. So he needs to do what he's doing. He needs to get it all in again. Because he's going to have to double up at least one more time to even have like a chip stack that he can play with. So, yeah, that's not correct. This guy needed a call with ace high in that situation. I really hate... Anybody who has actually talked to me in real life about poker knows that I really hate showing hands, and that's a good example of why. He showed everybody at the table that he is going to make a mistake by folding an ace high in that situation. That was just silly. There's no reason. No reason at all to show that. He's got ace high there. I just told you this guy's situation. Yeah, I'm folding this. I mean, I wasn't calling even if he doesn't get involved, but somebody's going home or going real close to broke. Yeah, maybe one of these guys will pick up a real hand and knock both of these idiots out. But yeah, 10-3, don't think so. Not putting in, a third of my chips to call here. Yeah, I would have been in real bad shape. Now, those are 2 really good hands considering their chip stacks. And it looks like the 6s are going to hold up. Let's see, 2700. Queen 7. Yeah, just fold. I might have just folded that if it was folded to me. Queen 7 offsuit is so terrible. So terrible. Well, this I'm not folding in any situation. Playing 6-handed late in a sit and go like this, there's no way this hand is ever getting folded by me in this situation. Yeah, I'm going to actually try to protect my hand a little bit and move all in more. So if this guy wants to play, he's going to have to invest half of his chips. Hopefully he's got... Okay, that's great for me. That's like perfect. And that's it. Ace-Jack is just such a really good hand in, 6-handed. Get down to 6-handed where people have short stacks compared to the big blinds, or compared to the blinds. Ace-Jack's really strong. Really strong. So it looks like we got 5-handed, and 4 get paid. So what you're going to see me do is raise everything reasonable when it's folded to me. If I lose a hand and I'm still alive, then I will be folded, and then I will be pushing like literally any 2. But I mean, this is a great situation here. This guy in the small blind only has 1,000. These guys here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my risk a little bit and raise 2.5 because it's still a significant chunk. These guys aren't going to get involved unless they have a hand, and that's half of his chips, so that's an easy call, and I'll pick up the blinds here without making a huge raise. And then if one of these guys that doesn't have to get involved comes over the top with all of their chips, I can fold there. And it's a pretty easy fold. Fucking 2-6. Alright, we'll see a flop with my 2-6 offsuit. Okay. I'm gonna bet right out. I'm really hoping that he's on complete air here, but I do have a pair. I mean, if he checked with, you know, a flush draw or something, I'm not gonna let him hit it for free. So just like that, we have almost 4,000 chips. So, you know, your strategy drastically changes when you go into a situation like this. I mean, this guy has, this guy's M is like 2.5 here. And with 4 getting paid, I'm looking for excuses to fold now with 4,000 chips. This guy's M is 4.5. The blinds are coming around. I'm looking for excuses to fold now. Unless this guy doubles up. If this guy doubles up, then we're going to start playing again. But I have the most chips at the table right now. If this guy wins, then he'll have the most chips. But, I mean, with 4,000 chips, you're looking really good right now. 4 people get paid. There's 5 left. Your expected value's way, way up by just folding and staying away. Obviously, when you're talking about a multi-table tournament, the payouts are so small compared to the entry, and then, you know, the final table and the top 3 are so large compared to the entry that that's not the correct play. But in a sit and go, the structure is pretty flat, and, you know, your risk versus reward doesn't go up all that much. So, okay, now we got 2 people who are low, and I'm not in a blind, so I'm just going to fold this and let these guys duke it out. But yeah, but now we got 2 guys that are low. So basically, I'm looking for excuses to not get involved right now, and my hands are cooperating. So this guy's going to be all in. I mean, this guy's going to be... See, I don't like this limp, because this guy's chip stack says that he has to be all in here almost no matter what. So by just limping here, you're giving him a free flop when you don't have to. His chip stack says that he has to be all in, and with ace-5, he's going to be. So this guy needs a queen or a jack. Nope. Okay, so now this guy's the short stack, and I believe he's in the big blind. Yep, and that's fold. Okay, now, I expect to see limp, 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 all in, call, call, call. Well, this guy should... I don't know about that raise. You should probably want Rich to play. Oh, you get a real hand, I guess. Okay, so we're in the money, but, you know, that's not the goal. The goal is to win. So here we go. Now, all of that stuff I just said is, like, completely thrown out the window because, you know, you're in the money now. Now it's all about winning, really. Wow, they're going to fold and give me a walk. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, we'll just fold the queen 6. I don't see any reason to get involved. Notice he made a full 3 times raise, which I really don't like. When the antes are in, I don't like 3x raises anymore. I like 2.5 times raises. There's enough out there already. You're actually giving someone a chance. I'm not going to play 9-7. You're actually giving somebody a chance to make, like, mathematical mistakes more often when you're raising 2x as opposed to 3x when there's antes in. I like 3x and 4x raises. I like 3x and 4x raises when there's no antes, but when the antes get in, I like 2.5 raises. There's already enough money out there. Your hand is pretty much, you know, you're going to be deciding whether or not you're going to play either way. So I like the 2.5 raise. Most of the time it gets it done. Some people notice that you're not raising 2.5 and they'll think that they're going to play sheriff against you or whatever, but see, the thing is that you are making the same raise with a really strong hand as you are with the regular hands. See, this is a tough situation here. I've got a better than average hand. He raised from under the gun four-handed, and it only cost me 500 more to call. I'm going to see a flop. That's a terrible flop for me. Out of position. And this is why you want to be careful playing out of position. Because whoever's in position is going to win this hand more often than not. Period. No matter what he has. I actually got to check there. Huh. That check surprises the hell out of me. Maybe I could just bet and pick this up. I'm just going to fire this out here and see if I can pick this up. I mean, yeah, if he has a queen, obviously he's going to raise, and I fold, but if he doesn't have a queen, or a pair, or anything, really, I mean, if he's got just, like, king junk, oh, he's definitely got a queen here. It's pretty obvious. Okay, well, yeah, I guess he got a bet out of me by playing it pretty poorly when stacks are low. But sometimes you have to play it poorly. Okay, so you don't. But yeah, I don't like his checks, and I don't like his min raise. If he does have a queen there, if he does have a real hand there, I like just calling, giving me a chance to bet again. 5-3, obviously, I'm just gonna fold. But I really don't like the way he played that hand. I guess I don't know what he has. I guess if I knew what he had, and this is obviously an all-in. Got the best hand here, and I would actually like to get called by junk and double up here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to be shoving with a lot worse than that in the very near future. Like this. And we're going to take our momentum. This guy being in the big blind is big on me making this play here, because he's actually the short stack. So if these guys don't have a hand, like for real, I'm probably going to get through him, because he has to have a real hand in order to call. And 6-8 is not something that tends to be dominated if somebody has, like, something worth calling. Okay, so he calls. Hopefully he doesn't have a pair. Wow. Must be nice to be lucky. Yep. Must be nice to be lucky. Okay. Well, I'm going to make that play every single time, so. Anyway, that was our very quick, short, boring-ass sit and go. So, like I said, sit and goes just require the ability to play, like, multiple tables at all times and just make correct plays all the time. And like I said, with my chip stack the way it is, and 150, 300, and this guy having the chips he had in the big blind, basically as long as these two guys don't have like a really good hand, they have no reason to get involved here. So, that's going to close down my crap apparently. So, there it is. That was a sit and go. Maybe I'll get another video up for you guys at some point this week, but until then, later.